What's up? Welcome to another episode of Physiology with Shakti. And let's try to understand something as simple as body fluid compartment in today's episode. Let's just suppose for a moment that theory of evolution, as we know it, is absolutely true. Life began as a unicellular organism in the primordial waters, the oceans. The composition was quite different compared to our present day oceans that we see over here. Now, in that primordial ocean, imagine these multicellular organisms coming together, forming different cells, tissues, and evolving to form multicellular organisms. So, the water that we see got compartmentalized. That got compartmentalized to form the fluid which is there inside the cell. And many such cells are present, and they are all spaced together with fluid between them, and later with evolution more advanced methods developed whereby this fluid got transported throughout the body to various parts of the body. So let's take an example of an office which is compartmentalized into various cabins. Now any person who needs to go to work to his cabin needs to go through the major route, the main route, and then from there he has to go in through, and finally when he reaches his cabin he has to open a set of door to get into the cabin so that he can work over there. This is exactly how your body is divided. Body fluid compartments are divided. Let's take an example of a 70 kg man. So in an average 70 kg man, around 60% of the body weight is water. Now 60% of the body weight in this person is water. That accounts to around 42 liters of water. So 60% of the total body weight of 70 kg man, which is around 42 liter. Now out of this, there is an intracellular fluid compartment and an extracellular fluid compartment. So inside that cabin, the area that is there, that is your intracellular fluid compartment. Outside that, that is your extracellular fluid compartment. Now this extracellular fluid compartment is further divided into your interstitial fluid as well as your plasma. So as I had said earlier, between the cells there are slight bit of space which is available where fluid permeates, and also there are set of vessels, whether it is a capillaries or the veins or the lymphatic system for that matter, which actually takes and gives the fluid. So in evolved organs, in evolved organisms, there is a set of circulatory distributary system which contains your blood, that is the plasma, which accounts for the fluid of that. Out of the total, 60% of the body weight is your water, 42 liter, and out of that 42 liter, 28 liter is your intracellular fluid. Just imagine you have so many cells in your body, and when you compartmentalize the fluid into various cells, obviously the intracellular fluid is going to be much higher in number. So 28 liter is going to be your intracellular fluid, while the extracellular fluid as a whole, the whole fluid bathing the tissue as well as the one in the plasma, accounts to 14 liter. So we had initially talked about 60% of the body weight. Now we just keep the body weight over there. Out of the body weight, 40% of the body weight is accounted by your intracellular fluid, and 20% of the body weight is accounted by your extracellular fluid. Mind you, I'm talking about the proportion with respect to your total body weight. If I were to ask a question in another way, out of the total water, that is the 42 liter. What is the percentage of intercellular fluid? What is the percentage of extracellular fluid? If the question was asked in this way, 2/3 of the total body water, that is 42 liter, 2/3 of that comes around 66%. That is your intercellular fluid, while the remaining 33% is your extracellular fluid. That is how you get the value out of the 42 liter, 28 liter and 14 liter. Let's come to the extracellular fluid. We know that 20% of the total body weight is your extracellular fluid. Extracellular fluid comes to around 14 liters. Now, out of that 14 liter, 3/4 of that is your interstitial fluid, while 1/4 of it is your plasma. That is 11 liters out of the 14 liters is your interstitial fluid, and 3 liters is your plasma. It's not hard to imagine why interstitial fluid would be so high a value, because there are around trillions of cells in the body, and each of these cells are bathed by this fluid, interstitial fluid. So multiple small pockets together make up a large space. So 3/4 of the 14 liter is your extracellular fluid is your interstitial fluid, and out of the 14 liter, 3 liter is your plasma. Now this question can be asked in another way. Out of the total body weight, 15% of it is accounted by your interstitial fluid, and 5% is accounted by your plasma. So this is where questions can be asked differently. Proportions are very different. Questions also can come differently. I'll give you an example over here. Out of the total body weight, 60% of the total body weight is your water. 40% of the total body weight is your intercellular fluid. 20% of your total body weight is your extracellular fluid. 15% of your total body weight is your interstitial fluid, while 5% of your total body weight is your plasma. Now let's take a look at it in another way. We said that 60% of the total body weight is water. Out of the total water, 2/3, around 66%, is your intercellular fluid, and 1/3 is your extracellular fluid, around 33%. Now, out of the total extracellular fluid, 3/4 of it is your interstitial fluid, 1/4 of it is your plasma. So you understand what I'm trying to say over here? Based on the question, based on whether it is total body weight, out of the total body weight, out of the total body water, or out of total extracellular fluid, the answer varies. Now that we're done with this in today's episode, the next episode we'll go on to understand how we are going to actually measure these various body fluid compartments. What is the principle behind it, and what are the substances that you use in order to measure these different compartments. So that's it for today. Thank you.